Hello there, fellow geeks. So we're playing with our Brown Dog Gadget BitBoard and a microbit. And the other thing that comes in our rover kit is a thumbstick and some NeoPixels. We're going to use those as our output, but our thumbstick's going to be our input. Neat thing about a thumbstick is it's one device that has 3 minimum inputs. So you all know how a thumbstick works, left, right, up, down. So that can actually be 4 inputs right there. But it also has a push button. So that's 5 inputs from one device, or infinite number of inputs, because the left, right, up, down are analog, going from 0 to 1023, roughly, and also 0 to 1023 on the vertical, on the Y. Strangely enough, though, they're like, I don't know how they work the axis, but left is 0 and right is 1023, but up is 0 and down is 1023. So not quite sure why, but hey, that's okay. So there is a ground. There are 5 plugs. Ground, 5-volt. Talk about that in a moment. VRX, VRY, and switch. All right, so let's start plugging things in. It says 5-volt, but when I use the 5-volt, the numbers are actually wrong. When I use 5 volts, the mid number of just resting position is like 750. 770, I think it was, actually. That's like 3/4 of the way there. But if I only use 3 volts, that mid resting position is in the 520 range kind of thing. So halfway from 0 to 1023. So only going to use 3 volts. So I need brown to ground and red to power. And I'm going to use pins 0 and 1. Brown to ground and red to power. Pin 0 is going to be X. Pin 1 is going to be Y. That just matters in the coding. And then my switch, I'm going to put on pin 14. Nah, pin 15. What the heck? And then I've got this, the NeoPixels. We've hooked up NeoPixels before. Ground is yellow. I'm going to put those on pin 13. Something with plugging in and unplugging things, always make sure to, if you don't do them at the same time, plug ground in first, then power and signal, and unplug ground last. Kind of some basic ways of doing things. Alright, so here is my setup. Alright, so let's get to coding. It's just analog, it's just read. It's just some reads. That's all it is. Let's do some setups. I got NeoPixels there. Oh, I got NeoPixels there, so I need a NeoPixel strip. I gotta tell it I have NeoPixels on, what did I say, 13? And I've got 8 of them. Now the one new thing, that pin, what did I say, 15? Pin 15. I need to make that a pull up pin. Basically, I gotta give it an initial state of 0 or 1 kind of thing. Set pin 15 to up. I could go down, but you might have to play with it. I think I played with both, and down wasn't working for me. So up was. All right. Now, this isn't a bad time to, play with variables. X position, Y position, button, just to make sure so you're just playing with that. So I'm gonna I've got some variables here: X position, Y position. Let's just make variable, and then set. Oh no, we don't want sets. I want to set button to that digital input. I want to set button to that digital input. which was 15, right? I want to set X position. Set X position to, and it's not digital, so get rid of that, to analog read pin 0, correct? I want yellow for, no, orange for X, and orange is going into pin 0. Yes, I have 2 oranges there. Sorry about that. And then Y position is going into analog 1. All right. Now let's make things happen. On start, let's make the neopixels be something. I don't know, just have them be on. White. Okay. And then these values. Let's go look at these values. I'm going to download that, and we'll see the neopixels are on. Whoop, I should do something. Let's do a show. I was going to show you something without doing show. Show number. All right. Let us show the X position. Okay. So here we go. I'm showing it on here. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's like 514. And then if I go all the way to one side, it's 1. And if I go all the way to the other side, it's should be a 1019, not bad, close to 1023, right? Okay. So that's what's happening. Now let's go back and show Y. Let's go back and just change that from X position to Y position. Okay? Just to see what's happening. You need to know what your range is, because sometimes you're going to set inputs based on, hey, is it bigger than 700? Is it smaller than 200? All right, so so again, middle is like 516. Okay, if I go all the way down, I'm gonna give it a moment to read. It's 1020. Awesome, close to 1023. And if I go all the way up, it should get me a 1. Ta-da! It doesn't get 0. That's all right. It gets 1. So, okay, so that's what's happening with the numbers. And show button, it's either gonna be a 0 or 1, right? Okay. So let's do some ifs. That's what this is for. Let's do some ifs. Let's go with if. Let's see if the button reads 0. Now what's gonna happen, because it's a pull up resistor, when I press the button it's gonna go to 0. Sometimes things go backwards, I know. If button equals 0, then let's go rainbow. Let's go rainbow. And let's throw an else in there. Let's go else with pink. I don't know. I'm just making things up, right? No, I don't want that. Yeah, let's just grab one of those. Okay. Else, what sounds good? Violet. Okay. And you're just going to build some if statements here, right? Okay, so on start, we get white. Guess I should show the camera again, right? All right, so on start, we get white. And if I press the button, we should get a different color. What did I do wrong? There we go. There's rainbow. And then I went back to white. Shouldn't I go to orange? You can hear me clicking, right? All right, let's do something else. Let's show button. Let's go violet. Violet's kind of a hard thing to see, probably, right? Let's go orange. Okay. Now here's let's get a pause in it. Sometimes it's good to have pause. All right. Hey, it went orange. just to give it time, so it's not trying to run through everything. All right, all right. So we got white, and then went to orange. Okay, so it's showing 1, and then when this goes 0, this should go to rainbow. Okay, pretty much right after, right, and then it goes back. If you want it longer, you got to pause it or change your conditions that it doesn't go to something else. It just stays that way. Now, notice I clicked, but that didn't change. It's the timing of when it's going through the code. You gotta get the clicks at the right time when you're doing digital. If it's already past reading that line that says, "Hey, if it clicked," if it's past that, it's not going to register it. So that's the flaw with digital inputs that running through things. Sometimes you're gonna have to hold. All right. Can we see rainbow in the light? Okay. Alrighty, so we got that working. Now let's just have it do colors based on what we would do with the X and the Y, right? Let's just do that. Yep. I don't know why you came up. What the heck? Let's see, I need this math again. And here's where you play with the numbers that you want. That's why I say you have multiple strips. If X position is, wow, I don't know why the dictionary is all of a sudden popping up, is less than 500. Like go to the left, then make the strip show a different color, right? Or make a motor turn, or make I mean, that's the thing, is it's just inputs. Let's go else if, and let's go to the right. Else if my X position is, yep, that's not what I wanted. Else if X position is greater than 600. I don't want to put the numbers right next to each other. The 500, I don't want to do like 500, 500. Boom. Show blue, let's go green. And I could probably just put this all in else ifs. But let's make it, see, you have to play with that and see if I just do one big else if, will it work differently? Now, I don't want to embed it. Else if, where's my logic? Now we want to do Y position, left and right, down to 0 or up, to the variable. I got math, okay. Variables. Y position is less than, let's just stay with 500. I mean, we could do, again, it's analog. It's 0 to 10, 20. So play with what you want. Do you want it all the way to the left, or do you want it, let's go orange. Nope, I already did orange. I already did orange, didn't I? I'll get rid of that orange. We'll go yellow up there. Blue, green, orange, red. Let's do that. Else if. See, else would be just do this or do this. Else if is still that condition of, hey, we have to compare something. So, else if Y position is greater than 600. I know in the middle it was like 520, so if let's go below 500 and let's go above, I just pick 600. And let's go orange and red. And then get rid of that else. All right. And then pause for a moment, then run back through the whole thing. All right, let's see if this works. Oh my gosh. I could get rid of that show. That's just a waste. Here we go. So if I press a button, if I press the switch, I should get a rainbow. All right. If I go left, I should get a color. See that else is bringing it back to yellow. And if I go right, I should get green, right? And if I go, let's see, up is 0, I should get orange. And I should get red. Ta-da! One device. Multiple inputs. But again, see, I'm flicking, but it's got to be at the time when the line of code is there ready to read. I can't just flick. So, nice idea with having, you know, one device do multiple inputs, and that could be motor speed, which is a traditional thing, right, for throttles. So, have fun with that.